Today we're talking about the TRC P1 arc flash relay system. The P1 arc flash relay system is one method to reduce incident energy. This is an approved method under NFPA 70, Article 240.87, which requires arc flash mitigation for any circuit where there is a 1200 amp breaker or more. But this can be used on any system regardless of the breaker size. The P1 arc flash relay system comes in a NEMA 4 enclosure, has an optional rotary disconnect as well as a convenience outlet. Inside, we see that the arc flash relay system has power, comes in through the rotary disconnect. This power that can be applied to power up our system can be between 120 volts up to 480 volts. It is configurable for any of the US voltages, so 120, 208, 240, 480 volts. The P1 arc flash relay system has a short circuit current rating of 200,000 amps. This has been verified through UL 508A supplemental SB methods. The voltage comes into the transformer, step down to the appropriate voltage. On the secondary side of the transformer, we have 120 and 24 volts available. That power is fed to the relay as well as to the customer interface board. The customer interface board then would go out to the shunt trip mechanism for the circuit breaker that would be immediately upstream of your switchgear, switchboard, motor control panel, industrial control panel, or machine. How this device basically works is you string an optical sensor through the panel board or the equipment that you are concerned with. We can handle between 1 and 6 different sensors. This is the point of use sensor, which has a nice cone about 2.5–3 feet out, and a nice 180 circumference around, and then 360 around the edge of that, so that we get a good field of view for everything in front of the sensor. We also have a rope sensor, which is about 10 meters long, which allows for great visibility throughout gear and a complete circumference along that rope. As you'll note, the end of each sensor, we have a little indication light here. This is the built-in test feature of the P1 arc flash relay that shows that the system is actually functioning. The relay itself sends out this signal, the detector will sense that, and then come back in and measure that. If the relay does not see this indication, then it means that it's malfunctioning and will go offline. The P1 arc flash relay system will detect an arc flash event within 1 millisecond. That can be detected again with the point of use or the rope sensors. There is also an option to have CTs provided with this so that you can have an AND function. You have light and current. But that signal is detected within 1 millisecond, goes back to the relay, and then we send a signal out to the shunt trip mechanism for a circuit breaker. The shunt trip voltage is 120 volts or 24 volts AC, depending on what is installed for your circuit breaker. I'd like to give you a quick example and show you how this works. So now we have this system fully operational. We're going to test this out by using a 4 battery camera flash. A regular camera flash from like your Samsung phone or your Apple iPhone will not have enough intensity to actually trip the sensor. You need something with some pretty good light intensity. So we'll get back here so we get a nice good flash from a distance. And you can see how it senses that very, very quickly. The signal goes off. I'm not sure if everybody heard the clicking of the relay inside, but the relay has been activated and a signal has been sent out to the shunt trip mechanism of the circuit breaker, thereby tripping that breaker. Most breakers will trip within 1 cycle, but for any of the studies that we do, we recommend that you use a little bit longer, 30 to 50 milliseconds, to make sure that you have sufficient time in there and a conservative value for your incident energy. You can see here from the front that the arc flash relay system has been tripped. We have power on, but we have system tripped. And so to reset this at the end of determining what caused the arc flash event, it's just simply by resetting the button, and the system is back online. Again, a very easy system to use in those locations where you have existing switchboard, switchgear, motor control centers, industrial control cabinet, as well as industrial machine. The TRC P1 arc flash relay.